Like, do you miss your leg? What kind of a question is that? What is normal for person A is abnormal. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But what a weird like I kind of want to address that. Like I get that question kind of often. Like, do you miss your leg or do you wish you had your leg? And that's such a weird question to ask somebody. Like, of course. Of course, not miss my leg because I don't know what life is like with it. But, like, do I wish I had it? Probably. I wouldn't have to be dealing with the things I'm dealing with now. I wouldn't have to get a new leg every few years. When my weight fluctuates, I wouldn't have this weird pain on the bottom of my limb because, my leg is breaking down. But I mean, yeah. Exactly. I don't know any better. I mean, if I knew better, then obvious. Like, if I had lost my leg, so I lost my leg when I was 2. Okay, I can't even remember getting my first prosthetic leg, which is when I was 2. But I have only ever known having a prosthesis. It's such a weird, like, it's just such a weird thing. And then here's the other thing. Think about it like this. People are like, do you wish you never lost your leg? And I'm like, well, if I never lost my leg, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I mean, if I had never lost my leg, there's a good chance I never would have met my wife and I never would have had my son, and there would be no amped up dad. There would be, I mean, I never would have gotten, I probably never would have gone to college. I might have, but maybe for something different. I probably would have gone in the military because that's what my dad did and 2 of my brothers did and my grandfather did. And I mean, the only reason I didn't go in the military now is because of my leg. They wouldn't take me because of my leg, even though I was in great physical shape when I was 18 and could have enlisted. But yeah, exactly. It made me who I am now. It brought me down the path that I'm in now. Because it made me have to choose something besides go in the military, which was go to college. It made me, I guess it made me be a little more humble because I don't want to like talk myself up or anything, but I think I'm a fairly attractive man. Who knows, it was destiny, and when I enlisted in the military, you're right, I could have lost my leg. Like, that literally could have been my path, and then I could have just been something, like, I would have been the same. I wouldn't have been the same person I am now, but I would have had the same path. I would have had the same, leg or whatever. I think I would have handled it differently, though, if I had grown up my entire life with a leg and then I lost my leg, Because obviously growing up with not having the leg, I just treated it like this is my life. Like, I'm just going to be me. I'm gonna do everything everyone else can because that's all I knew. But if I had lost it when I was already older, I could have been like one of those people who are just like shut down and like, oh, my life is over, I can't do anything with my life because I lost my leg and I can't do it anymore. And so I just lay up in bed all day or lay up in my wheelchair or on the couch or whatever. And so I think it's good that I lost it when I did, because who knows how I would have reacted if I lost it later. Yeah, that's so... I don't think this is where I wanted this to go, but this is where we went, right? But back to what I was trying to say, though, really quick is, I mean, I think that if I had had both legs growing up and I looked the way I do, not bad looking... I mean, I have one major downfall to me besides the prosthetic leg in my hand, and that is that I'm really short. And now I'm fat, but when I was younger, I wasn't. I was like really good shape. So, I mean, I think if I had had all of my limbs and all that stuff and been in the shape I was in when I was 18 and all that, I think I would have been kind of an asshole. I think I already was kind of an asshole, but I think I would have been worse. Because I would have, I think I would have just been this cocky little dick who's like, I thought I was all that. Like, I kind of thought I was a little bit anyway, because that's kind of how my mom like built me up. She always was like, you're great and you're better than people and you can do this and that and you can do just as good as everyone else, if not better. And then, you know, it took some time in college for people to kind of like chop me down a little bit for me to be like, okay, maybe I'm not better. And not even just that, even in high school there were times when, like, you know, people had to put me in my place, not like physically, but more of like a, you know, you're not better and you just proved it by doing it yourself. So I think that if I had had the leg and my fingers, I would have been so much worse. I mean, I don't think I was an alpha male, though. Like, I wasn't a douchebag. I wasn't like one of those guys who walked in and was like, what's up, bro? How's it going? Hey, bro, let me, like, beat your ass so I can go take your woman. That wasn't me. I wasn't a super Chad, right, Neb? I wasn't one of those guys, but I had an air about me, and I always took it as I had a lot of confidence, and I think that rubbed other people the wrong way. In high school, I literally did think I was better than a lot of people, but again, that's because my mom built me up that way. But when I got to college, I knew I wasn't better than people, but I had built up so much confidence in myself as a person, especially as someone who had to overcome so much, you know, with my leg and being in sports and being an athlete and just being someone who just took everything in stride. I went into college and I was like this confident guy, and other guys hated that about me, even though I was 5'5". I still am 5'5". I was missing a leg. I was missing some fingers. I, you know, wasn't this. I mean, I was strong, but I wasn't the strongest guy out there. I'm obviously not the most attractive guy out there, but it just rubbed people, especially guys, the wrong way, that they were just like, why you? I am. So obviously I've got this hand. This hand's perfectly fine, but I was born with a condition called syndactyly. And so what that means is my right hand, these two fingers were together. Okay, they were fused, and I was missing a few fingers, obviously. And so what they did is they just separated them down the middle. That's what this is. This is a scar right here. What they did is they had to take some skin from my hip, and they just fused it, grafted it here so that it would, you know, stop bleeding and stuff. So I've got a scar there, and I've got scars here, and then I've got my leg missing, and so yeah, that's. But I'll say this is my mouse hand, perfect mouse hand. Just saying. I mean, it's perfect shaped for a mouse. It's too small, and it can't. These fingers don't bend, so it doesn't they don't bend like these do, you know, like that. They just kind of do this. So I can't like grip things. Like if I were to try and grab this glass, it would be so hard and it would just slip out of my hand. So as long as it has a handle, we're good. But trying to like pick up and move my mouse, like some people do the claw grip and stuff so they can move their mouse and stuff, I don't have that. I just have to like whip it around and just like do my best that way. There is no anything other than that. I know that's like we're getting off. I mean, I would say we're getting off topic, but we're not getting off topic. But back to the confidence thing. So I was in a fraternity, right, in college, and yeah, man, a lot of people don't know. I don't show it off, and in fact, growing up, probably in high school mostly, I hid it. I wore a lot of long sleeves and hoodies, so I hid it. And then even in college, I would keep my hands in my pockets a lot just because I was so self-conscious about it, and I wore a lot of jeans because I was so self-conscious about my leg. Now I don't care. I've obviously got a beautiful wife, beautiful son. I don't really care about it anymore. Like my wife, this is my wife's favorite hand because it fits really well in her hand. She forgets that I'm missing a leg at times, so that's nice. But back to what I was trying to say, I was in a fraternity in college, you know, and when I was pledging, one of the guys literally said to me, he's like, you're so, he looks at me and he's like, I don't even know if I want to let you in because you're so, he's like, you're so cocky and I don't know why. I don't know what reason you have to be. And I was like, I literally, I was just thinking to myself, I'm not cocky. Like, I don't think I'm all that. And I just think it was just my the air of confidence I had about myself. I was so sure about myself, and I still kind of am. I mean, I'm less confident now because I'm, fat. I got fatter. But I was so much more confident then in myself, and it really, like, other people who weren't confident in themselves, that it just took them by surprise. It really just it confused them, right? Like, and it made them, I don't want to say it made them feel lesser about themselves, but it really, like, I think it kind of bruised their own ego, because they're like, look at this guy, he's short, I was getting a little chubby, later on in college. So, freshman and sophomore year of college, I was fine, like I was in good shape. So those years, it was like, he's short though, and he's missing a leg, he's missing fingers, he's not that beautiful, I'm not that handsome. And they're like, what does he have? Like, what is this? What does he have? What does he think he has that should allow him to have this confidence? Like, what makes him? And I can't explain it. Like, I can't. But I think that's how everyone should be, right? Like, you should be confident in yourself, no matter what like, there are things you can't. Can I give you some? Dude, take it. Like, I don't need it anymore, right? What do I need confidence for? Like I said, I've got a wife, I've got a son, I've got a beautiful family. I don't need that anymore. But I mean, like what? I think that everybody should have some sort of confidence in themselves, because there's things that you can't change, right? Like, I can't change how I look. I can't change my face. I can't change my hand. I can't change my legs. The only thing I have control of, besides maybe my weight, I can't change my height. Besides my weight, it's just like my attitude about it. Like, just how I feel about it, how I approach it, Like, if I can handle that and just feel a certain way, then that's it. I can't change anything else. So I think a lot of people need to kind of learn that about themselves. They need to learn that, hey, I can control the things I can control. I can't control the things I can't. I need to make the best of it.